14 podcast, and I'm sad again. Shocker. A week later, I'm still sad. Avery, how you feeling, man? How you feeling after today's little fake comeback we got to watch again?
God, fake comebacks are cool for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then it's like, why do we even get our hopes up? Starting to feel down about the team and just offensive output. It's not giving the team the chance to win the
Yeah,
scoring of the runs.
it's
So we're we're back to where we were last year, just in a worse spot. It feels like
yes.
I haven't put together a single stat comparison. It feels a lot worse than last year. It seemed
It
like
feel no,
it
it,
seemed like we
it's
were perfect last year and capitalizing on opportunities when the offense didn't score. The pitching was really good. They just don't seem to go hand in hand at all this year.
no
It's
last year what we took for granted was you would get 6 of 2 runs from your starters, and then the bullpen would come in and shut it the fuck down, and you could win 3-1, 3-2.
yeah.
Now the bullpen sucks right now. I mean, there's not really anything else to say besides the fact that the bullpen right now just stinks. Like they're bad. Like, and it starts with guys that are usually good. I mean, that blow up today from Zach Pop, albeit was not majority his fault, but putting base runners on and putting yourselves in tough spots like that, that's going to cause runs. Tim Mays is just not good anymore. Like that's just where we're at with it. He's just not.
Tim Mays is not good for it's the most obvious reason of all time. He can't throw 95.
Yeah, he throws 90.
He was really, really good when he threw 95.
Yeah.
Like don't know what the change is, don't know injuries, what's going on with him. But Tim Mays is a really, really good reliever at 95, and he's not so good at 92.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe he
the
went on
the
the
results have shown that he's not as good at 92.
maybe he went on the Espinal tip where he got too strong. Let's start that narrative. Tim Mesa got too strong in the offseason. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like
no,
I'm not one to say he's just a bad baseball player because he's not. He's too good. Like we saw last year, he was
yes,
fantastic.
but that was when he was throwing 95.
There's just been a material change in what he has to offer, and
Got too strong.
it's not going as well as it has before. So like,
Yeah,
I'm not here to chirp him. Don't know what's going on to make this happen, but that it's just happened.
but you can accept it, like acceptably say he's just not good right now. Like he's not good right now. Like this year he's been very, very bad. He's costed the team a pretty decent amount of games. And John Schneider continues to go to him in kind of high leverage, but he doesn't really have a choice. I mean, maybe Henny's been pretty decent, I guess, last couple of weeks, or he's been okay. But man, today was definitely a kick in the dick. Kick in the dick. Before we go into that, we had some news this morning. Cavan Biggio is a Dodger, and the entire Twitter timeline today was a fun sight to see with that. Why can't people just say, I will be rooting for Cavan Biggio? It just didn't work out for him here. Why do they have to say, man, the Jays let the wrong guy go. The Dodgers clearly coveted him, and now he's going to turn into an all-star. Like, why can't we just say we can root for Cavan Biggio instead of being miserable fucks on Twitter all day about Cavan Biggio going to the Dodgers? It sucks that he went to the Dodgers because that's so good for narrative ball from people. Now it's like, oh, the best team wants him. Yeah, he clearly has some value. No, the best team was trotting out Gavin Lux, who's hitting 150.
That's what the thing is. I'm about to look at the Dodgers. You trotted out Gavin Lux, Chris Taylor, James Outman, Enrique Hernandez. James Outman's the best player out of all of those, but they're a super team with some of the worst supporting pieces you've seen in your whole entire life. I think the main issue is we see the Dodgers as a smart organization. So it's what do they see in Cavan Biggio that they don't see? They see a guy who should be able to slug if given the chance. He can play a bunch of positions. It's perfect kind of for what they need. He's not going to get a ton of runway again, but maybe they'll tap
He's
in.
30 years old, guys. Can people
at some point, Cavan Biggio will go on a hot stretch, and all you have to do is just wear it. There's nothing else you can do. Okay, let's look at the bottom here. So if you go through 1 through 9, they're good. They have 10 players over 100 weighted runs created plus. You can have how many position players do you usually have? Like
9.
9 on the field, and
Yeah,
then
8. Yeah.
like 4 after that. But they are trotting out Enrique Hernandez, 74 weighted runs created plus. Austin Barnes, 73 weighted runs created plus. Gavin Lux, 68. James Outman, 56 weighted runs created plus. And Chris Taylor, -1 weighted runs created plus. And Chris Taylor has 103 plate appearances. Obviously, they're going to take Cavan Biggio and be fine with the shit they've put out there.
At this point, a fucking child would be a better hitter than those guys.
Yes.
Like, can we pump the brakes on the Dodgers saw something? No, the Dodgers have literal complete and utter shit as their utility guys, and Cavan Biggio is a little less shitty than what those guys are, which is why they went for him. Is Cavan Biggio going to be on a short leash there? I'm not really sure, because the rest of that bottom of the order is terrible, is absolutely terrible. He's starting tonight. He's going to, in an hour and a half, he will be on our TV playing for the LA Dodgers. I wish Cavan Biggio nothing but the best. But
100%.
to talk on the Twitter timeline like he is the second coming of Jesus Christ is bananas to me. Right?
Yeah. Like, what is he running right now? Weighted runs created.
88 weighted runs created plus.
Better than any of their bench options. Makes sense. And he's playing third base tonight, which shows they just want to put someone out there. They desperately needed the help, and that's what they're going to get. So don't freak out about Cavan Biggio being a Dodger. There's a large sample size as to what Cavan Biggio is.
And a lot of that large sample size was outside of a COVID-ridden season where Luke Voit led the league in home runs, Jose Abreu won an MVP, and Trevor Bauer won a Cy Young in that exact season. If anything shows you from that season, you get hot for a 2 or 3 week period during that COVID season, you're one of the best hitters in baseball at that point.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what it is. So the people, like the crybabies on social, I'm so done with it, but I wish Cavan Biggio nothing but the best. That's the responsible, mature thing to say about Cavan Biggio. Let's just root for him instead of just being miserable dickheads and complaining about the front office. Because let me make this clear, Avery. Spencer Horwitz is a better hitter than Cavan Biggio. And we've seen it this stretch. Spencer Horwitz has had multiple multi-hit games so far since he got called up. Cavan Biggio had next to none during the time he played for this team this season. Spencer Horwitz is surpassing him in everything. So can we relax with this? Cavan Biggio should be up to Spencer Horwitz. It's not close right now. It really isn't. Spencer Horwitz looks great.
Three multi-hit games.
Cavan Biggio?
Yeah.
And Spencer Horwitz has 2 in less than a week.
Yeah. Different opportunities, but it goes to show what they think of him that was leading off, hitting second.
He's a great hitter, man. So he's our little Lyle Overbay, as they say.
Yeah. I mean, the Cavan Biggio thing, I think he was an awesome dude. People loved him.
Players loved him.
Yeah. I'm sad to see him go. He wasn't getting any run here, and his upside isn't immense. The guys in the minors, Addison Barger, I would like to see get 500 plate appearances over Cavan Biggio at this point. Who's going to be more productive this season? I'm not sure, but in the long run, you want other guys getting run than Cavan at this point. Cavan Biggio maybe has a 20 home run season in him at some point, but
you'd have to swing the bat for that to happen.
I know.
But
the one thing was Cavan Biggio to lead off because his OBP is great. TJ Stats brought this up a couple months ago before the season started. They're just not scared of him doing damage in the zone. So they pitch him differently at the bottom than at the top. They would just go right after Cavan Biggio and just wasn't swinging enough, doing enough damage. So yeah, sucks that it seems that he went to a smart place, but they desperately needed help, man. They didn't see something that the Blue Jays didn't see. They need that help.
I just wonder, do you think Red Sox fans, when Kike Hernandez went there, were like, well, there's a clear reason why the Dodgers want him, and he's too good for the Red Sox to go to the Dodgers. Like, no other fan base, I don't think spews takes like this. It's crazy.
Well, I think a lot of them would, because who are the smart organizations that you'd put in there? The Braves,
Dodgers, Rays,
Astros.
Yeah.
It's kind of where I'm at too. You always second guess when a team like that wants them.
Like the beautiful thing about sport is we'll see what happens, right?
100%.
And yeah, it's best of luck to Cavan Biggio, but
They
it was
got a
time.
reliever back too after Dick
What?
Griffin. They got a reliever back as well. Dick Griffin said they couldn't be traded.
Yeah,
Turns out he was traded for
turns out he was tradable.
Braden Fisher.
Yeah, welcome Fisher. I love Fisher. I love the artist Fisher. But next thing I want to talk about, Avery. I'm all in on Sabrina Carpenter. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I have TikTok brain. You did say my brain is broken.
Brother, you are brain rot personified.
Yeah, I am all in on like you have a catchy TikTok song. I pretty much think you're like the second coming of Christ. And Sabrina Carpenter just makes bangers. Like, please, please, please. I know it's the Jay's podcast. Like, are you kidding me? That song goes crazy.
I don't know where she came from or who
I
she
really
is
don't either. I think she might have opened for Taylor Swift. It might be someone else actually. But she is just an absolute she's electric. It's just it's bangers on bangers. So
I'll go through your brain rot because you started going through Don Toliver songs, who I don't love either. And you said, "Oh, this is a TikTok song." But it's just like a good song he made that got popular on TikTok after.
Yeah.
All songs aren't TikTok songs. Like that new country one with the guy who was at Paris, is just a TikTok song.
Yeah.
That's it. It's a little different.
And did your booze come?
Yeah. Oh, brother. That's
but
TikTok.
Mike, I do have TikTok brain because my entire TikTok page is just Long Chung. It's Jazz from the soccer guy, or he's like, or he's like Kevin De Bruyne, that guy. I'm just TikTok brain, TikTok pilled, as the kids say. So yeah, but
how do we get you off of that?
Yeah,
we need like reading books. That's how.
No, I'm not a book guy. Sabrina Carpenter, welcome to my life. That's all. Like I'm all in on her songs. I'm a Sabrina stan. But yeah, just some good stuff there to brighten the mood. Some other good news. We will be golfing tomorrow with the boys. I'm Bassett. I know you're listening to this. You big leagued us. You hate to see it. Spend time with the family. Enjoy family time, Bassett.
Yeah, I'm
a little heartbroken about Bassett not being in our group, but we got Ernie, we got Davis. It's going to be absolutely scenes. TPC Toronto, thank you for hooking it up. I'm excited for that. And it's going to be you and Alto versus Davis and Ernie, who I think are going to beat the fucking brakes off you.
Well, we need shots for sure because Ernie's a scratch golfer. I'm not a scratch golfer.
Yeah.
I was probably a 5 when I was really good, playing a lot.
Yeah.
Closer to like a 9 now. If I shoot 85, I'm going to be happy tomorrow.
Okay.
At TPC Toronto. And he'll shoot 70. He'll shoot even par at that course. So I don't know, like 8 shots give us a chance a little bit.
Yeah, I think it does.
I'm dealing with an old man back injury right now too. So got to get drugged up and some Voltaren. Shout out Hazel May.
Shout out Hazel May. I wonder what Voltaren does. I'm not quite sure. Is it for like back pain actually? Or are you
I'm
trolling?
pretty sure it's just like A535.
Okay.
I think it's in the same looking bottle, so just thinking it does the same thing.
Okay. You might be. It might be. I thought you might be a boner med. But
why would Hazel May be on it if it was a boner med?
I mean, because Hazel May rocks. I mean, Hazel May will do like she respects the bag. Like if there's money there, she'll do it. I will say I will advertise anything. I don't give a shit. Unless obviously it's like problematic. But if I'm the poster boy for Cialis, I'll do it in half a second. I don't give a shit.
We'll do it. We'll do pretty much anything for money. Like if you want, if you want to get some ad space on Gate 14, we're open to ads.
Yeah.
Get your construction business on here.
Boner pills. Yeah, whatever you want, I'll do it. But
I'm excited for tomorrow. The weather's supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah.
And Ernie and Davis did lose, which sucked, but they got a bunch of
days.
Hits. Yeah, a bunch of hits yesterday.
Great days at the park today.
Do you have a problem with them calling the roommates and they're just not going to be roommates while they're here?
I think Ernie and Davis are roommates. I have a take actually. I'm kind of spewing here. I might get canceled for this.
Well, you know, Ernie and Davis are roommates.
Yeah. Spencer's not, but I have a take here that I think I'm gonna get canceled for.
Oh, well, I actually canceled for?
No. People are gonna get mad about it. I kind of think the Babe nickname's over now.
Yeah,
I hate that nickname so much. It was funny last year for the first couple of weeks, but like Babe Schneider is like, it doesn't hit anymore. He's just good. Like Babe Schneider is a nickname you make for a guy that had like a Linsanity run
No,
for
you
3
know
weeks.
who you give Babe the nickname to?
Who?
Bradley Zimmer.
Yes, that bang right on the head. Like David Schneider is just good, and the nickname Babe Schneider, like Babe, it gives me like I don't want to be a dick, but it gives me just like old people or like just a nickname that's just not cool or
No, I just
funny
don't think we
anymore.
thought he was going to be legit our second baseman of the future. It was
Yeah, yeah.
he came up and he hit everything for a home run, and this guy's insane. And
It just to me, it's a
he'd been
cringy
drafted
nickname
in the
now.
900th round, and
Yeah.
he's just very good baseball. We made the shirts, so I feel bad saying that. But I agreed that I think it's over as well.
Maybe it's not bad. It's just overused now, where it's like he's not Babe Schneider. He's just Davis Schneider, and he's good at baseball.
Yeah, you should
Like
call him David Schneider because he's going to be very, very good.
for a long time. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Like the Babe nickname for me, it kind of gives me cringy vibes a little bit now. I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting, but yeah, it's just that's where I'm at with that. But the next thing I did want to talk about, and this is a tough discussion we're gonna have to have here, Avery. George Springer. George Springer has completely and utterly lost it. I love George Springer. He was the face of this team 2-3 years ago. He's one of the biggest signings of our like in the last 5-6 years for this ball club. George Springer is fighting against the Mendoza line, right? And George Springer is obviously, we know he is very, very good defensively. Great defensive guy in right field. This team is run prevention. But my God, man, I can't watch the at-bats right now. I can't. Like George Springer is just completely and utterly lost at the plate, Avery. And what do you do with this guy? I don't know what you do with them. Like, let's
Well,
pull up.
you know what you do with him.
He's hitting 198.
Yeah.
He is hitting. George Springer is hitting 198 with a 287 on base and a 582 OPS. Yes, not slugging, a 582 OPS. And to make it even worse, this dude still has 2 more years left on his contract.
You know how much total money he has remaining on his contract?
50 million, right?
Yeah, just under $50 million.
This is insane. We knew
for
this
his 35 and 36-year-old season. I'd also like to say, I think I'm about done with the go back to the well on the old players to see if they're good.
Okay.
Type of doing it. Belt worked out. Turner in the middle on. Awesome at the start. I think we got to pay for upside in youth instead of going for the oldest players in the league every time.
I'm at the point now where it's like the best hitters on this team are the younger ones. Kevin Kiermaier is older. He's not hitting great. George Springer is hitting 198, like I just mentioned. Justin Turner hit like below 150 in the month of May. You're right, Avery. It's like just let the kids play. I mean, it clearly worked today. The Buffalo Boys, Ernie, who everyone wanted DFA'd a week ago, the Buffalo Boys had 7 hits.
Yeah, you're right, John. I got not much. George Springer splits wise, sitting 135 against lefties, 222 against righties, which I guess is an upgrade.
Not really.
Yeah, I got really nothing for you. He hit better in every other position than when he hit leadoff, so it's good where he's at. He's hitting 467 in the 7-hole, but Dalton Varsho's stapled there too. So it's kind of tough, man. What you can't eat his money. No one's gonna take on the contract. He's just here, and he's here for 2 more seasons.
And the thing is, Avery, it's like we knew the last couple years of his contract were going to be bad. He's getting older.
Yes.
Could we have ever expected it was going to be this bad, man? I can't believe it. I really can't. He was every single time in the clutch. We remember that Red Sox walk-off he hit. We remember the home runs he hit in Dunedin. First game back at the Rogers Center. First game at the Rogers Center. And it just completely fallen off for George Springer. I'm not writing him off. Obviously, it's because I love the guy, but fuck, man, it's so you can't be serious about winning and trot out a guy with a 198 average. I'm sorry, you can't. You can't be serious about winning. I don't care, and we got to stop using the excuse. Oh, but we pay him, so we have to play him. No, you're in win now mode. I don't give a fuck how much money you're paying a guy. If he is not hitting, you're not playing him.
He
That's how it should be.
Yeah, he's done the thing where it's his career high in ground ball percentage, career low in barrel rate, max exit velocity, which isn't everything, 110, and his best is 116.4. Last year he got to 116 again, 150.9.
Yeah.
113. So average exit velos at 86. That's 4 miles an hour lower than normal. Or sorry, his career average. Things aren't going well. The bat speed's declining. You can still hit with declining bat speed. I'd love to know how much they are throwing him fastballs, because I listened to a Kyle Body thing. He's the driveline guy.
Yeah.
And
he's the Phillies, right?
I think he's a Red Sox guy now.
Oh, okay.
He was with the Reds, and now he's a Red Sox. So he said the bat speed, teams are just going to go back to throwing fastballs to guys who have slow bat speed. And they'll see it's the Justin Turner, the up fastballs, slow bat speed. That's how they'll go back and attack those guys. So I would like to see where he is sitting at. I'll find that. I'll find that for you.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, Avery, I don't want to, like, we're man of integrity. We can admit when we're wrong about something. Maybe we were wrong about this offseason. I mean, we talked about the big dogs having to show up for this team to be good. Vladdy's shown up, and this team still is not good offensively. And guys are starting to get frustrated, Avery. I mean, Chris Bassett today said, I don't want to misquote him, but he essentially said, like, as pitchers, we essentially have to be perfect for this team to win games. That's just how this team is constructed. Kind of a shot, but he's right. I'm happy someone said it. And there's not like just this delusion that this offense will figure it out. It's just, man, it's so frustrating. It's like, what other team does this happen to, Avery? Chris Bassett has went 13 straight innings, 0 runs, and the Blue Jays have not won one of those games.
This happens to the Tigers, Reese Olson.
We want to be compared to the Tigers?
No, it happens everywhere. It's just when it's your team, you obviously know it. George Springer,
this has been happening for a year and a half now, man. Like,
yeah. You got to be able to score. Can you read the Stoughton stat that he put out yesterday too, if you have that close? Yeah. George Springer, by the way, totally wrong on this. He's seeing the least amount of fastballs. He's seen 25.2%, the lowest, and nothing else is a huge jump.
Okay, let me just pull this up. I gotta find this now. Fuck. It's a long time ago he tweeted this.
You've been tweeting a lot, eh?
No, he has. Oh. He hasn't been tweeting a lot. I'm not saying he has, but I just want to find this tweet. It goes pretty down there.
Okay, let me find it, man.
I got it. Okay, this is a stat. Shout out to Andrew Stoughton for bringing the stat to attention. This blows my mind.
And it's changed, right? Since
it's 32-11 now, or 32-11. When the Toronto Blue Jays have scored at least 3 runs in a baseball game this year, they are 32-11. 32-11 when they score 3 runs. 3. That's not even crazy. That's nothing. How is that possible? How is this team below 500? You're expecting your pitching staff to be legitimately perfect to win baseball games. Last year was a plan that, thank God, it worked. Everyone stayed healthy. Bullpen was great. But this year, you're asking for more from the offense, and they can't do that. They are 1-24 when scoring 2 or less runs this year.
Yeah, and that's not a recipe for success for anyone, scoring less than 2 runs and trying to win. Got to help try and pick each other up, too. The Braves are going through a drought right now, too. They can't hit worth a shit the last month, and they're struggling as well. It gives you so many opportunities to do things when you can score runs. And you don't have to hit home runs. It's the easiest way to score runs. You automatically put it on the board. It's Probably
Yeah.
easier to hit a home run than hit 4 singles in a row and get people in. But the way Milwaukee manufactures runs is insane too. How much they're able to steal bases is very
They're a good team.
is
Like
very impressive.
we're watching that game this week, and we said it on stream. Like every guy at the top of their order is hitting above 300.
Yeah.
We don't have that. I
And I
mean,
don't think they're
Horbatov,
filled with big boppers. Like Contreras, sure. Hoskins is the guy who should be hitting home runs. Yelich,
Yelich.
yeah, I think he's a great like average hitter as well. And but then they get on base and they have their catcher stealing bases as well. Happened when you get 2 outs with Pop, people stealing bases, manufacturing run on the base pass. The Jays are slow and can't hit home runs. And though that's just like not the same thing. If you're a contact team, be fast and hit and run all the time and steal bases to manufacture runs. It's just it is very, very hard for this team to manufacture.
Yeah. There's not really anything else to say about it. It's bad. It's bad right now. And it all starts with just not really picking up that big bat corner outfielder. I mean, they picked up Turner and they picked up Kiermaier. That's like around 30. Like, how much million is that? 23 million right there allocated to 2 guys
who are 100 years old combined.
Who are 100 years old and aren't power bats. Like, I get the run prevention thing. It's great to have a ball hit to the outfield. You're like, all right, this is going to get caught. But fuck, man. It would be cool to have a power hitter hitting in the 4-hole, 5-hole, where it's like, or 3-hole, where it's like, oh yeah, this dude's going to launch here. Or an exciting at bat. We just don't have that right now, Abe. We don't.
Yeah, I'm going to look at some designated hitters who make this isn't a great list here.
Well, Jock Peterson's one of them, right?
Yeah, Jock's making 9.5. Like, and then you have guys who aren't who haven't had a deal yet, but like Soler 10 million, JD Martinez 12. JD Martinez, I don't think changes a ton of things.
No,
compared to Justin Turner. So
I do think a Tommy Pham would have though.
Sure.
I think a Tommy Pham in the corner who actually has been pretty successful his majority of his career, just a great hitter. I think that guy makes a difference getting at bats instead of Kevin Kiermaier. I really do.
Yeah, I don't think it totally changes what the team's doing right now too. There needs a bigger impact, I think. Yeah, Kevin Kiermaier 10.5. What was
Kevin Kiermaier getting 10.5 is a fleecing by Kevin Kiermaier's agent. Yeah, that's insane.
He did a great job on that one. Imanaga's making less money than Kevin Kiermaier. Play different positions, obviously. Brandon Lau's making less. Verdugo's making less. Drury's making less. Or I was thinking Ward instead of Drury. But there it is, man. I don't want to harp. Good things can happen. I just don't think this roster turns it around and starts hitting a ton of home runs. We haven't seen it in a year and a half. They're going to have to become the best average hitting team in baseball for the things to turn around.
And where are you at here with Don Mattingly? Like, I know people are angry about Donnie baseball and all that type of stuff. Listen, is Don Mattingly the main problem with the Toronto Blue Jays? No, I'm not an idiot. I understand that. Is he a solution to the problem for the Toronto Blue Jays? I'm not sure. I really am not sure. And he came out with multiple quotes that some guys brought up on the timeline where he's like something about scared about the word power hitter, damage. We're gonna be like we're not gonna hit home runs. We're not a home run hitting team. All that type of stuff, which just like is eyewash stuff, personally, in my opinion. But where are you out here with Don Mattingly? Because obviously I'm not like he's not the problem, but he's not fixing anything.
No, we don't know what the coaching staff does. Like Guillermo has gotten off this year because Don Mattingly's getting all the hate at this point. We don't know what their roles are. So I can't get on here and tell you guys that I think Don Mattingly's the problem. Has it gone hand in hand? Correlation, causation, that whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've sucked the 2 years Don Mattingly has been here. Correct. They have done that. I don't know what he does. The offensive coordinator. I literally don't know what he does. I would love
get him in the booth.
It's awesome to have people to get mad at, to be the scapegoat.
Yeah.
literally don't know what Don Mattingly does. So I can't blame him for everything. He also doesn't get up there and swing the bat.
Yeah, there has to be some accountability on the players as well, Avery. Like, you're making a good point. You are. It's it's a little bit of both. One,
It's I'd rather put it on roster construction than on Don Mattingly.
yes. Yes.
If
And
I
the thing
if I had
is,
to
which,
choose.
and I will say, what's a massive kick in the dick is Teoscar has 17 home runs. Like, I mean, the Jays could have easily signed him this offseason. 17 home runs. He wanted term. Ross wanted to give him term, but instead we signed Justin Turner. We signed no power bats.
Yeah, we didn't give him any term, but he hasn't been hitting home runs for the team. Yeah, this iteration of the team, it's gotten to the playoffs last season, the 1 year where they said, hey, it's defense and pitching. And then they're they're on the cusp right now. I can be in and out every week. They do things that are good, but when they do things that are good, they score 5 runs, right? It's never an offensive outburst that I would love to see from this team. So can they win 2 of 3 against the Guardians? And I say this team's good. Yeah, sure. This baseball team is capable of winning games based on how good their pitching is. And if they score 5 runs, that's just where they're at. So middle ground, they're not bad enough to suck this year, and they're not going to win the division. It's obvious.
The division was gone. Like,
yeah, obviously.
But yeah, it's just have fun with it, man. Just have fun with it, man.
That's kind of where I'm at. I hate being in the middle, but when I thought, what was it, a couple weeks ago when this team was going to be a last place team, I hated.
And another positive thing is, man, the AL is so bad. Like,
but it's way better than the NL.
Yeah, it is. But the AL's so bad where the Jays are 2 games below 500 and they are 3 games back of a playoff spot, right? Like, there's still, it sucks that the Jays are in the middle where they're good, but not great. Or I won't even say they're good, I guess, technically. But
I also like to think that the division is so good, and that's what makes everyone so frustrated and on tilt.
Yeah.
The Orioles are going to be good for a long time.
Well, seeing the Yankees, right? Seeing the Yankees do what they do and seeing the Orioles do what they do also elevates how
and I think the Red Sox have some great prospects coming up as well.
Yes.
And the Rays have one of the top prospects coming up, and they should be getting all their pitching back as well.
Yeah, Jeffrey Springs is getting back there, right? He's
McClanahan's not back yet. They have Rasmussen's not back yet.
Yeah.
And then Junior Camanero's just sitting in AAA.
Yeah. So
it seems like the least amount of hope of any of the AL East teams.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you right there.
So the hanging out middle ground, I think, is what's making them think crazy thoughts.
For sure. Let's go into some housekeeping here. I think that's what it's called. Full uniform game. This is what I have in mind, Avery, and I'll let the people decide. I want to do it July 4th against the Houston Astros at home. It's a Wednesday night game. I think we do same section as last time, like 5:32, I believe it was. I'll put a poll out for the people. And if there's more yes votes, we'll do it. If there's more no votes, then we'll pick a different day. But the full uniform game has to happen. It has to happen. And we'll do it. Having an entire section, we'll get the Gate 4 team name out there. Having just tons of lads wearing fucking full uniform will be just objectively funny.
I think we got to figure out a way to do a City Connect full uniform game.
Oh my God. That'd be expensive as shit. I need it to happen. And I think July 4th is the best day. Against the Astros, kind of a shitty team. Stadium won't be that crazy, right?
Yeah. So you said a Wednesday game on July 4th?
Yeah. What do you think about that? Is that a Wednesday?
July 3rd. July 3rd is the Wednesday.
July 3rd, sorry. July 3rd. So
I can get down with that.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one. I don't think, like I said, I don't think there's a promotion that day. I don't think there's a promotion that day, so I think that's the best day we could do this.
All right. Well, pencil it in. I'm excited. Let's get as many people as possible. We'll figure out the section soon.
Yeah.
And we'll make it happen.
Yeah, exactly. So Let's go into the series preview here for the people, man. I mean, do you want to talk about the games? I mean, we kind of broke down majority of the stuff. The Tuesday game was awesome.
Game 1, the Blue Jays scored 1 run. Game 2, they scored 3 runs. And game 3, they scored 4. They won 1 baseball game this series. There was some good and there was some bad. That's
all we could really say.
Yeah,
I will say it is promising seeing Horwitz at the plate. He looks great. He does. He looks like he's getting on base. Not the fastest runner in the barn,
No.
but
Davis also shouldn't sit. If he's slumping, put him at the 7 hole. Don't take him out of the game. He shouldn't have sat 2 of 4 games at some point.
Yeah.
He's the guy who hits the home runs and does the damage.
Yeah.
It's like that as well. So
yeah, I'm with you there. So yeah, it's
the 2 best swings of the series happened in the 9th inning of the last game, and they both went for outs.
Yeah, the Vladdy swing, great. The Kirk swing, great. And the George Springer swing was a swing for sure. One of the swings of all time.
He took the bat off his shoulder.
Yeah, that's good to see. But yeah, that's just I don't know, man. It's all the games to me are a blur that they lose. It's the same old song and dance. Like it's no hitting, pitching's pretty good, and then either bullpen fucks it or I'm not sure. But man, this bullpen has been really, really tough to watch. I will say I'm very, very confused on why they didn't at least take a flyer on Jorge Lopez. The Cubs just kind of picked him up for free.
Well, he's a minor league signing too. Yeah.
Yeah. He was pretty good on the Mets.
He had been good in the division before for the Orioles.
Yeah, that's why I'm just like,
3 years
when your bullpen's struggling, like, you really want to throw Brendan Little?
Well, then you have to get guys off your 40-man to
Okay,
make
Brendan Little. For Lopez, are you kidding me? You want to make that trade Brendan Little for Lopez?
Seems like an easy thing to say. Yeah.
Whatever. But series preview, let me go over the probables here. Bassett pitched today, so he will not be going this weekend. Logan Allen, who's been terrible this year, 5.57 ERA against Kevin Gossman. Next one is Ben Lively for the Guardians, who's been pretty decent this year as well. Against to be determined for the Jays. They don't know who's going.
I think it might be Yariel Day.
Okay, Yariel Day. And then the third one is Carlos Cookie Carrasco versus Jose Brios. The Guardians are throwing 2 guys with over a 5.5 ERA this series, okay?
You got to win too.
Can we put a must-win series? Must-win series on this?
Must-win series.
Must-win series. Must-win series. Put the word out. Must-win series. I would kill for a sweep, though. My God. But, yeah, must-win series. Must-win series gets you 1 game back of 500 with the Red Sox, who have been struggling, who are getting worked again by the Braves.
No, they tied the game. It's 4-4.
Oh my God, they did?
Yeah, it was 4-0.
Holy shit! I didn't even see that. I saw it was 4-0 last time I checked. But yeah, why not us? Let's win 2 or 3. Positive vibes.
I'll remind you guys, Father's Day on Sunday.
Yes.
Do something nice for your old man.
Yeah. Maybe buy him a Gate 14 hoodie.
Yeah. The best thing you can do is spend time with your old man.
Yes. And buy him a hoodie.
And then wear your hoodie.
Save up for the Canada Day drop and buy that for your old man. Tell him the present will be coming in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving. That'll be it. But no, do something nice for your old man.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Let's watch some good baseball. John Summit on Saturday.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
I am. If you are going to John Summit Sunday, hit us up, man. We'll
Saturday. We're going Saturday.
Sorry. Yeah. Hit us up. Love to see the little Gate 14 riders. I always pitch myself when I go to Bud Stage. People are like, holy fuck, Johnny, and like they're stopping me when I'm walking to this lawn. Let's keep that going this weekend, huh? Saturday, why not? John Summit. It's gonna be electric. Where You Are, I will say it. I might cry when he plays Where You Are. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. So enjoy that. Maybe watch some Pixar tomorrow on the off day. Watch some Incredibles. Maybe Ratatouille.
I watched Ratatouille. Yeah.
Love Ratatouille. Great flick. Shout out to our GM. But it's going to be a great weekend. The vibes are going to be great. I promise you that with the Gate 14 boys. Big golf day tomorrow. And
we're going to try and keep things positive. We're not shills. Doing this, it's easier when we're positive instead of being negative.
It's more fun for sure. And I think like it's if we didn't criticize the players that are underperforming, we wouldn't have listeners to this podcast. That's just what it is. Like,
we can't say things are going well right now.
We can't say things are going well. I mean, they're playing dog shit, and like, if you want to give me positive vibes, they're playing dog shit, and they're 2 games below 500. Like, they could really turn this around. So keep the positive vibes up. Let's have ourselves a weekend, man. We will talk to you guys Sunday night. By the way, Jared Carabas, Sunday, breaking down the Red Sox Blue Jay series. An old friend of mine will be electric. He's one of the best to ever do it. Just an all-time guy. So make sure you tune into that. And have a great weekend. Drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Don't be a fucking moron. Tell your parents you love them. Tell your grandparents you love them. Grandparents rock. And be respectful to people. Love you guys, man. Gate 14 forever. Let's have ourselves a weekend.